Hello everyone, I welcome you all to the video tutorial series of the operating system. I am your instructor Varsha Tan. Let's start our lecture series. Today we are starting the new unit, that is unit number 5. This is related to deadlock. Okay, what is deadlock and how we are able to detect and prevent the deadlock, that we will see in this unit. So let's start our lecture series. So at the end of this video, you will be able to learn about how the process use the resources. Okay, so which are the steps to use the resource? Then when deadlock occurs, so what are the situations? In that particular situation, deadlock is there. So when deadlock occur, what is deadlock? When we can say there is a deadlock in the system. So what is deadlock, that we will see. Then we will see live lock and starvation. So when we are talking about the deadlock, we should know what is the live lock and what is the starvations when we are talking about the deadlock, and when deadlock is there, what is the starvations. Okay, so that we will see in this lecture. So first of all, how the process use the resources. So the process in the operating system use the different resources and use the resources in this way. First, the process requires the resource. Okay. After requesting the resource, when the process will get the access to that particular resource, it will use the resource, and after completing the execution using that particular resource, the process should release the resource. Okay. So in this way, process will use the resource, request, use and release. As in our fourth unit, when we are talking about the IPC, when we have done the implementations of the producer consumer dining philosopher, etc. In that particular program also we have seen this the same thing. Request the resource, use the resource and release the resource. That means suppose we are using the mutex variable. So first of all you have to down the mutex. After completing the execution, you should have to up the mutex so other processes can get the chance to execute in the critical section. Okay, so the same concept is that request the resource, use the resource and release the resource. Now, when deadlock occur, okay, so a deadlock occur when every member of a set of the process is waiting for an event that can only be caused by a member of that particular set. So at that time, deadlock can occur. We will see in detail, so you will have the better idea when the deadlock occur. Often the event waited for is the release of the resource. Okay, so in the automotive world, we can say the deadlocks called the gridlocks. How? For example, the processes are the car. So the resource are the space occupied by that particular car. Okay, so how the deadlock will happen in the real life? So let's see. In the real world example, the deadlock would be the traffic. So when the deadlock happens, it can be easily resolved if one car backs up. So if no any car will backs up, what will happen? The deadlock will remain as it is. We are not able to solve the deadlock. So one car backs up, that means what, the one process should have to backs up when the deadlock is there in the system. Okay, so car backs up, that means what, preempt the resource and roll back. That means we are preempting the resource from the processes. We are getting back the resource from the process, and when the deadlock removed, we will reassign that resource to that particular process. Okay, and roll back, that means from when the process has starting the execution, so till that point we have to roll back the process. Several cars may have to be backed up if the deadlock situation occurs. It is not necessary by backing up the one car only we resolve the deadlock. It is maybe it is not possible every time. More than one car should have to be backed up when the deadlock occurs. So it may be possibilities of the starvation. Starvation, that means what, the process have to wait more time. So here you can see in this figure. So there is a deadlock. Four cars are coming from the four directions. Now no any car will move further. So that is what, this is the situations of the deadlock. So what will happen in this situation? Any of the cars should have to back up. For example, blue car will back up. So what will happen? The gray car will pass away. Then after, green car will pass away. Then after, this white car will pass away. And after that, blue car will pass away. So what is the meaning here? The blue car will suffer from the starvation. Okay, so any of the process will have to suffer. So that is, the starvation is possible if you are going to resolve the deadlock. What is starvation? That also we will see in this lecture in detail. Okay, so how we can define the deadlock? Deadlock is a situation where a set of processes are blocked because each process is holding the resource and waiting for the another resource acquired by some other process. Okay, so in terms of our car example, that resource, that means the space is occupied by the car. So if one car will release that particular space, we are able to resolve the deadlock. Okay, so this is the definitions of the deadlock. And again, you can consider the example of the train also. Okay, so consider the example of train. When two trains are coming towards each other on a single track, there is only one single track and one train is coming from this direction and another train is coming from this direction. So in single track, both the train are coming. So what will happen? Accident will happen. So what is the possibilities? One train should be backed up, then and only then we are able to resolve the deadlock. Okay. In similar situation, the similar situations occurs in the operating system when there are two or more processes that hold the same resources and wait for the resources that it held by the other. So that is what the deadlock. Okay. So let's see it again in detail. Now, before see the what is how deadlock will occur, you should know what is hold and request age. So let's start. Suppose this process and this is the process and this is the resource. So if the age is from process to resource, so this age is known as request age. Okay, if the age is denoted from process to resource, then this age is known as the request age. And if the age is denoted from the resource to process, then this age is known as hold age. So you should have you are clear about this ages, that is what is request age and what is hold age. Okay, so request, that means process to resource, and hold, that means resource to process. Now, the deadlock example. For example, in this diagram, process 1 is holding the resource 1 and waiting for the resource 2, which is acquired by the process 2, and process 2 is waiting for the resource 1. So, the deadlock, the possibilities of the deadlock will there. How it is? Let's see. Suppose there are two processes, P1 and P2, two resources, R1 and R2. Now, R1 that is held by the process P1 and R2 that is held by the process P2. Here you can see the ages is from the resource to the process. So that means the resource is held by the process. Now to complete the execution, process P1 want the resource R2 and process P2 want the resource R1. So what it will do? It will send the request to that particular resource. So this is the request age from process P1 to R2 and from process P2 to resource R1. So they are requesting the resource and as well as they are holding the resource. So what will happen? Okay, the process P1 want the resource, that is held by the process P2, and process P2 want the resource, that is held by the process P1. So what is this? This is the deadlock. Okay, that means what? Process P1 have to back up or process P2 have to back up. So either of the process will suffer from the starvation. Okay, why? Because if we will not back up the process, what will happen? We cannot release the deadlock. So this will the situations forever if the process will not release the resources. So either of the process have to release the resource to resolve this deadlock situation. Okay, and when we are talking about the deadlock, you should know the concept of the live log. So what is live log? live lock is similar to the deadlock except that every process is doing the useless work instead of waiting. So if the process is doing the useless work instead of waiting, so that we can say it is a live lock. Live lock is a state where the system is executing the many transactions or many operations, but no thread is making meaningful progress. So at that time, we can say there is a live lock in the system. So typical example of the computer system in the operating that is the operation is continually abort and retry. Okay, so when the process is going to try, process is trying to access the resources, and if the process is not successful in that particular work, so what process will do? Process will abort and again it will retry. Abort and again it will retry. So what is this? This is the live lock because the process is not waiting, but it is doing some work that is not useful for the progress. So that is what the live lock in the system. So let's understand with this example. Suppose this is a deadlock that as we have seen in what is deadlock. So what will happen? When we are going to release this deadlock, what will happen? We just have to back up the one car. But if all car will back up, what will happen? If all car will back up and again all car will come again. So again there is a deadlock. So this is the example of the live lock in the real life. Now, what is the starvation? So, when we are talking about the deadlock, you should know what is the starvation. So, starvation is a state where the system is making the overall progress, but some process make no progress. So, as we have taken the example of the deadlock with the two process and two resources. So, either of the process have to stop when we are going to release that deadlock. Okay. So, the starvation is different from the deadlock. Why? Because starvation is usually not a permanent state. That means starvation will not happen permanently for each and every process. Okay. After some time, the process will get the chance to execute. Okay. So starvation is not always a deadlock. So in this figure, if the yellow cards need to yield to grow to go yield go the green cards, so yellow cards cannot make any progress unless all the green cards will pass. So as soon as the green card pass, yellow cards can pass. So what will happen? So here yellow card have to wait. So that will be the starvation for this yellow card. Now what is the starvation versus deadlock difference? So here you can see the first difference is what? Deadlock is a situation where no process got blocked and no process proceeds. Okay, so yeah, in this no any process can do the progress. Starvation is a situation where the low priority process got blocked and the high priority process proceed. Okay. Deadlock is infinite waiting, whereas starvation is a long waiting but not a infinite. That means the process will get the chance for the execution in the starvation. Then every deadlock is always starvation, but every starvation is not all time deadlock. The requested resource is the blocked by the other process, whereas this requested resource is continuously used by the high priority process in the starvation. Then next is what deadlock happens when this mutual exclusion, hold and wait, no preemption and circular wait occurs simultaneously. Okay, and here it occurs due to the uncontrolled priority and the resource management. These are the four conditions that is necessary for the deadlock happens that we will see in detail in the next lecture. So you will have the better idea when the deadlock occur when this for the condition is present. So in this video, we have learned that how the process use the resources. That means the process first requests the resource, then process use that resource, and then process will release that resource. Then we have seen when deadlock occurs. So we have taken the two example of the real life of the car and train. Okay, traffic jam is example of the deadlock also, and when two trains is coming from the different direction on the single track, then there is also the example of the deadlock. And in terms of operating system, when two processes are there and when two resources are there, one resource is held by the one process and other resource is held by the other process, and now both the process both the process want the other resources for executions of that task. So at that time no one will do the fruitful progress. So that is what the deadlock in terms of the operating system. Okay, then we have seen the live log. Live log, that means each and every process will backs up. That means we have taken the example of the car. So all the car will backs up. That means they are not doing the fruitful progress. So that is what the live log. And starvation is what? Starvation, that means every time the starvation is not deadlock, but deadlock is a starvation. Starvation, that means what? The high priority process always use the resources. So low priority process have to wait. So that is the starvation. So this is all about this lecture. Remaining interesting topic we will cover in the next lecture. Thank you for watching. We will meet in the next lecture with a new topic. Thank you.